Hi all, welcome back to my channel, Paul and Agent Hippie. Now I'd like to start today's video with an apology. I did mention to you last week that I wasn't feeling too good and that I'd got a bit of a chest infection. Well, it's got a little bit worse this week, so bear with me. My voice might not be up to what it normally is, but I think we'll get through it. Okay, today, start of a new week. Assuming they allow this video up. Sometimes when I put a video up, I have to appeal it, which means it doesn't go straight up. It has to wait 48 hours. So if that happens, I'll push another video in, but they will let up. So that goes out of sequence like this. So this is the first video of the week as far as recording is concerned. And I'm going back to 1964 and an absolute icon. He lived a very tragic life. He's passed now, but he was so talented. And I'm talking about Roy Orbison. Pretty Woman is a song recorded by him. And it was written by him and Bill Dees. And it was released as a single in August 1964. It spent 3 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making it the second and final single by Orbison to reach #1 in the United States. It was, however, Orbison's third single to top the UK singles charts, where it spent 3 weeks at #1. Now, Roy was an American singer-songwriter and guitarist, known for his distinctive, powerful voice, his song structures, and dark, emotional ballads. His music is mostly in the rock music genre, and his most successful periods were between the early 1960s and the late 1980s. Roy and his first wife, Claudette, shared a love of motorcycles. After Roy had been introduced to them by Elvis Presley. Now, this is where we come into his tragic life. One day on June the 6th, 1966, when Orbison and Claudette were both riding their motorcycles home, her cycle was struck by a pickup truck and she was thrown into the air, and she was rushed to hospital by an ambulance, but her liver was so seriously injured that she died aged just 25. Now, that is not just tragedy alone for Roy. Now, a lot of people thought that he was blind because he wore dark glasses, but he wasn't. And otherwise he wouldn't be riding a motorcycle. But after the death of his wife, he felt he didn't want people to look into his eyes anymore. So he wore dark glasses. Now, couple of years later, 1968 in fact, during a tour of Britain, Ray received the news that his two eldest sons had died in his house when it caught fire and burned down. So that's what I'm saying when I say Roy Orbison had a tragic or somewhat tragic life. I mean, if you can think about losing your wife, not just losing your wife, seeing your wife die in a tragic accident, but then 2 years later being told, whilst on tour that your two eldest sons had also been tragically killed. Now, what else happened in 1964? The fall of Nikita Khrushchev, Soviet president. He was removed from power in October of that year. The US presidential election, Lyndon B. Johnson won the election, facing off against Barry Goldwater. The Civil Rights Act came into force and was signed into law in the US, addressing racial discrimination. There was also a UK general election, and the Labour Party won it, led by Harold Wilson. The greatest band of all time, the Beatles, that's in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion as well. They gained a lot of popularity in the United States and worldwide in 1964. The start of the Brit invasion, if you like. Now, Muhammad Ali, previously known as Cassius Clay, became the heavyweight boxing champion of the world. And the final things I want to like to say about 1964 was Martin Luther King Jr. received the Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, so there's a little bit of a story about Roy and also what was going off in the world in 1964. Like I said, I'm sorry that I'm struggling with my breathing and my voice. If you like the channel, please subscribe. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Now, I'm getting a lot of comments, and I'm enjoying that. That's good. But some of my videos, there's not so many views suddenly. So I'm asking you, if you do like the video, please share it with your friends. Tell them about us. Okay, so here we go. Roy Orbison, Pretty Woman. What a wonderful bloke. What a wonderful song.
Pretty woman,
I think that was great. And you could see the respect he had by others within the music industry. I can name at the moment, because I'm not too well, my brain is quite fuzzy. But there's at least two big stars there who I could name. I mean, obviously you've got your Bruce Springsteens there. But I don't know if anybody else noticed, but on the far right there was Elvis Costello having a play with him. And it was just like the old boys jamming, wasn't it? It was great, absolutely great. Now, I hope you like this because Roy, I always like to listen to Roy. Roy, in my opinion, and I always stress it's only my opinion. I don't believe Roy ever released a bad record, or not one that I heard anyway. Uh, and I have got some records downstairs in the record cabinet, and they do come out occasionally. So, okay, so hope you enjoyed it. Like I say, if you did, please share it with your friends. Let's get a few more views, and I'll see you very, very soon. You take care now. Love you all. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.